Chancellor, the University wishes to honour Professor Jürgen Meyer, CBE, with the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
And now it gives me very great pleasure to invite our most distinguished new honorary graduate, Professor Jürgen Meyer, to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, fellow members of the University and honoured guests. What an honour it is to be standing here and receiving this award today, and I must say, even more humbling, the fact that I'm following a role model of mine, both in rock and in science, Brian May. What an act to follow. It is brilliant to be amongst you all here today, now as a fellow alumni, and I promise you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, University, that I will very much continue to work with you and support the great work that the University of Hull does as being part of driving the innovation, the research that powers the renewable fourth industrial revolution, offshore wind and much broader renewable technologies. Louise Smith, thank you so much for those incredibly kind and humbling words, far too kind. Thank you very much. And I also look forward to continuing to work with you in supporting the work that Louise does as director of a research institute called Aura, which supports renewable technologies in smaller innovation businesses. Dear graduates, congratulations to all of you. This is your very special day, and you should be, and I know you are, hugely proud of your achievements. I hope today you, your family, your friends, you have an absolutely wonderful day. Now, it has been unprecedented times, hasn't it? And we've overused that word so much, but it really has been unprecedented. And what you have achieved by being here today and receiving your degrees through having part of that studied through the period of COVID is quite tremendous. And one of the things that I never did enough when I was sat where you were was to thank the people around me who helped me achieve my education, my family, my mum, the people around me. So just one recommendation: when you go out here and have your pictures taken, enjoy the moment, just give a huge hug to those people who supported you through those times. Say thank you to your family. And I'm extremely proud to have my mum here with me today, and I never said thanks enough to my mum, so I'm going to do it now. Thank you, Mum, for everything you did to enable me to achieve what I did. Now, when I graduated in production engineering from Nottingham Trent University in 1986, I honestly had no idea what was ahead of me. And I certainly didn't know how pivotal this day, when I was sat where you're sat today, was going to be. The chances it opened, the connections it made. And I know, and I'm sure that will be the same for you. My career that followed has just been a huge privilege, and it still is, to follow my passion, which, as you heard from Louise, which is to help Britain to move from a service-led economy to a science and innovation and a technology-led economy that helps us decarbonize, and an economy that creates fantastic jobs, well-paid jobs, exciting jobs, like the jobs that all of you will be going into in physics, maths, biology, sciences, marine sciences, geography, and renewable energy. Now, when I graduated, the country was also at a bit of a crossroads. You heard that when I came to Leeds, but also when I graduated, there was a big move to deindustrialise our country and rely more on our service industries. And we didn't transition particularly well, and Hull knows all about that journey. The experiment didn't quite work out, but it also created some opportunities. It was a period where people like me going into engineering could look out for the opportunities to see where engineering in the new world can continue to drive its huge value. And here we are again, 40 years later, and we're at a bit of a crossroads again. Now, this time it's less about the fundamental direction of our economy. I do believe we fully understand that we need to transition to a low-carbon, technology-led economy, and we obviously need to decarbonise. We need to invest much more in science, in research, technology, in green industries like offshore wind, like hydrogen, tidal, and many more. The good news is that Hull has firmly placed itself at the centre of this revolution, and so has Hull University. And I'm very proud to have been part of that. The other good news is that, like the crossroads 40 years ago gave rise to opportunities for me, this is your opportunity to work in those new exciting industries, but also to help shape them, because you absolutely can be influencers in the way in which our future economy will look. And quite frankly, we need you to be influencers, because our country's leadership has lost its way just a little bit, especially on climate change. Our underinvestment in some of our key industries like the hydrogen economy and many more, and broader science and technology. And dare I say it, we've also lost our way a little bit in some of our core principles on good ethics and responsibility. And we all know what more needs to be done and what we need to do right now. And that is, we need more determination. We need to be bolder. We need to invest more in renewable energy. And we need to think much more long-term about our future generations, you and the people who will be sitting here next year, the year after, and in 10 years' time. And this is where you so strongly come in. You are our future leaders, and I feel incredibly positive about that, because I know that you care about climate change. You care about science and technology as an enabler for a better society. I suspect that most of you care about good relations with our European neighbours. And I think you believe in good ethics and being good and responsible citizens of our country too. And I encourage you, into whatever field you go into, always live by your principles and by your good and responsible values. Be part of the leadership of a new Britain that will flourish responsibly in an environmentally friendly way, and I guarantee you will flourish with it too. I wish you all fantastic careers, a super life ahead, and much success in everything that you do. Many congratulations to you all again. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget the hug, and thank you.